Hi everyone, it's Alvin here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm here with an interesting topic than the previous one. In this video, I will be talking about TypeScript. I hope you may have heard about the TypeScript and what are its features and what are its advantages when compared to JavaScript. In this video, I will be talking everything about you have to know to start with TypeScript and what are the advantages of TypeScript and what are the difference between the TypeScript and JavaScript and what makes TypeScript different or what makes TypeScript unique than when we compare it with the JavaScript. Okay, so through this video I will be talking all this so that you guys can understand us even if you are beginner or even if you are used with TypeScript. Okay, in this video I will talking all these basic things that you have to know to get started with the TypeScript. So let's get begin. At first, before we are starting with the TypeScript, you guys have a should have a basic knowledge or a basic understanding in JavaScript and the fundamentals of JavaScript and some of and we need a little more we need a foundation in object-oriented programming also. So the reason why I strongly or mentioned that object-oriented programming is here is that the TypeScript we write the code mostly following the object-oriented principle because it's very strong and make our applications much more easier and readable and also scalable. They have so many advantages than compared to normal programming. Okay, so the before you get started with the TypeScript, guys should have a basic knowledge or a strong foundation in the basics of JavaScript and also in the object-oriented programming. So that's all you guys have need, and let's get begin. So what is actually TypeScript? Okay, so the TypeScript we define the TypeScript as a is a strongly typed which follows object-oriented programming, which is a like a syntax sugar for the JavaScript. We can and it was developed by Microsoft also. So when we compared with the when we compare TypeScript with JavaScript, both are almost similar, or we can say that every JavaScript code is a valid TypeScript. Okay, so if we write any JavaScript code, we can say that it is a valid TypeScript because the at the end of the day, the TypeScript is actually just JavaScript. Okay, it's make our application, or it's help us to find out the bugs or errors while the compile time, and it's also help us to reduce the runtime errors in our application. So it is very helpful for as we if we are a JavaScript developer, we all know that we might face so many errors while developing our application, and which is all happening, or most of them happening, or we identify that in the runtime of our application. So if our application is running, okay, so there is the just-in-time compilation. Is JavaScript uses a just-in-time compilation. We only know the error or the errors what are occurring only when the app is running or up and running. Okay, so while the advantage of using TypeScript for developing applications is this the one of the most or the one of the best okay, or the advantage while using the TypeScript is that it helps us to find out the errors while developing our application, or we can find it out in the compile time of our applications, because as I have said that every TypeScript is at the end of the day it's a JavaScript. Okay, it means that we develop our application using TypeScript. Okay, it will goes to the, or it will ship to the production as a JavaScript. Okay, as I also say that at the end of the day, the TypeScript is also JavaScript. Okay, so the TypeScript is first compared to the JavaScript, and JavaScript is runs. Okay, runs our application. Okay, it is because our browser can only understand TypeScript. Browser can only understand JavaScript, not the TypeScript. Okay, so the TypeScript have to be compared to the JavaScript to the browser to be intercept that code and run it in the browser. Okay, for that we can say that TypeScript is only used in the development side, not in the production side. Okay, it help us to detect or find out the errors or bugs in our applications during the compile time or during the development phase. And the in TypeScript there we have so many features that the TypeScript have introduced. Is that the most first one is that it's a static type. As we all know that JavaScript is a dynamic typing language, which means that if we are declaring any variable using let or var, we can assign any type of values to that. Okay, if we are initially or declare a variable let x equals 10, or let x simply let x, and we can in future we can store the any type of values, which means that we can store any string or a boolean type or a number type, any type of value we can store that into that variable. And which is a most dangerous part in our application development, as you know that we can store any type of values, but if we are, or if the backend or expecting a string type value and we accidentally passed a number type, it will make our application down or break at that time. So these are the runtime bugs that we found or that we stuck with in the during the development, or while we shipped our application to the production. There we might occur so many this kind of unexpected errors in that. So the TypeScript is actually static typing, and we can assign or we can strongly type that this variable should only contain these type of values, so that the variable can only hold that type of values only. If there we accidentally assign any other type value to that particular variable, it will show the error at the compile time, not the runtime. So we can find it out and fix that bug during our development of our code. So that's one of the major advantage of types using TypeScript. And it also supports the type inference, which means that TypeScript can by default TypeScript can understand what type of value it is holding, because it means that this is what we call type inference. Okay, TypeScript can automatically detect what is the value that is stored in that particular variable, so we can avoid the type assigning at some points. Okay, it is always better to be using static typing while we are developing while we are developing small large scale application. It helps us to find out the bug. And it's also the advantage of that actually is that type inference. And it also supports so many other features like interfaces, type aliases, and enums, and these kind of things, generic also. So these kind of features are very helpful for developing our large scale application, and it is also helpful for finding out the bug. Mostly this is the one of the most major advantage that I have seen while using the TypeScript, is that it is very helpful for us to find out our bug, or find out our bugs that or errors that will break our application during the runtime. So it will help us to minimize or reduce the errors in the runtime. Okay, so it will help us to find those errors in the compile time. Okay, so our application will get error free, not completely, but it will get error free. There won't have any type errors during our application, during the runtime of our application. So the applications are completely type safe. So the for the conclusion of this video, once again we can go through this what we have learned in this video. So we have learned about the TypeScript and the TypeScript advantage and disadvantage. Not like a disadvantage is not there. I only seen those advantages, like, and which will make the application development a little bit slower because we have to be strongly type, or we have to be statically type those uh, types for the particular variable. So that's the thing, that the difference that I have seen in the while developing the application using JavaScript, and also while using the TypeScript, and which follows the object-oriented principles also. So there might be, if you are a beginner, there you have might be face some or you may start with some bugs or errors, or while confusions while developing the application for the first time using object-oriented principle and also TypeScript. So that's the thing that I have noticed while learning and also developing two projects using TypeScript. So that's all I have to talk in this video. Thank you for watching.